So my background is working with technology and startups. I did computer science at UC Santa Cruz in California. I worked at Sun Microsystems in the Java group. I did a startup which did pretty well, and we sold. And so since selling my startup, I've sort of had the dream of doing an incubator. Basically, since the internet happened, I've had this strong sensation that it's life-changing, that it's more than life-changing, it's like species-changing. It's changing what it means to be human in some fundamental ways, like who we are and how we interact as like an entire race is all changing, which means that I feel that we're still at the very beginning of sort of all of the work that needs to get done in terms of creating the applications for how this all fits together, how it affects our lives, how we engage with the internet, with each other, using the technology. That I feel that the opportunity is great, and I felt this way for a long time. I tried doing an incubator in Los Angeles, sort of focused on media, but sort of quickly came to the conclusion that for the resources that I have, I don't have the money to be able to support people sort of figuring things out in LA, in California. The other thing was that I feel like the scene in the Silicon Valley is very well developed. I don't know that I have that much to offer there. I'm another engineer, entrepreneur who's done okay. But the valley's full of people like that. So it was sort of a combination of looking for where I could add value and looking for where a lot of things could happen. That is sort of what got me to come to India. Sort of with this idea of doing an incubator. Basically, if we need to figure it out, but we don't know all of the answers, it's going to take time, and so we need to be able to survive for fairly little money while we're figuring things out. Fundamentally, you either need to be making a lot of money to be able to live in the West, or you can take a little bit more time to figure out what you're about. So that's what got me here, and then since being here, I've sort of tried the model in a couple of different ways, and it's just been sort of a learning process of trying to understand for myself sort of how it's going to happen. So is Silicon Valley just going to be sort of is Bangalore going to be a small Silicon Valley, or will it be fundamentally different? Will the opportunities that we're able to pursue here be just different than the opportunities in Silicon Valley? And if so, how do we support that? How do we create the financial models, the education models, the buildings, whatever? What's the infrastructure, the ecosystem that we need to develop that will be appropriate for this scene?